Hey Capricorn, welcome to Tarot by Nubian Oracle. I am your girl Nubian Oracle, here to bring you a message from Spirit. So today we're going to hop right in. Yesterday I put up a poll asking you guys what you wanted to see, and most of the votes went to who's hating and why. And I did get a vote for a love reading, although the specific zodiac was not placed in the comments. I assumed it would just be a general love reading. So I'm going to try to get to those today. So right now we about to hop into who's hating and why. I might do more than one of these because it's Friday. Who's hating on Capricorn? I did pre-shuffle, and I was getting some channel messages, which were, so here we go. It's not the fact that you're gay that's the problem, is when you're hiding it from people. That's where the issue comes from, right? So what I was getting was, it's that you like the D and the P, but only mentioning that you like the P. Get the P, but get the D on the DL, and then put your P in they B, and then her P. Now, if you followed, you followed. If you get it, you get it. And that's the problem. That's the problem. You're not telling anyone that you like the D and the P. You're not mentioning the other one. And then I was getting, why you so obsessed with me? But only that part in that song. And then another part of the song was, I'm a blessed motherfucker. Now that song is old. I think it's called Stay Blessed. Stay Blessed, my nigga. That's what it's called. And boy, I'll be playing it every day now. Thank you. Eddie. I sure do. And then another one was, you could have a surge of energy right now, but stay calm and try to channel that energy into things that you're working on right now so you don't get burnt out, right? And don't get burnt out, Capricorn. We know we can work and work and work and work. Take breaks, take pauses. This surge of energy that you're about to have right now, you need to control it. You need to maintain it, because if you just use it, you're going to get burnt out quicker than you want to. So if you ride this energetic wave that you're about to get right now, you'll be able to go and go and go for as long as you want to, until you actually really need to take a break. Right. Also, when I was shuffling this deck, what popped out was glow up and photoshopped. And the first thing that came to my head was, you're truly going through a glow up, whether physically, energetically, spiritually, and people think that it's fake. What? People see the glow up you're going through and they don't think it's real? What? Okay. Anyway, let's get into it. I'm going to try not to, because I did pre-shuffle. Bottom of the deck, we got situationship. So somebody that you could have just had a little flingy thing with. Somebody that you was with, but it didn't really grow into anything. I'm getting you didn't want it to grow into anything. Breaking cycles, ending harmful patterns, freedom from repetition, new beginnings. It stops with me. So somebody that you could have went through a bunch of cycles with, which is why breaking cycles came out. Who's hating on Capricorn? You could have been with them and went through the same thing a bunch of times, where it was just like, all right, I can't go through this anymore, and you ended up leaving them, which is considered, also breaking cycles. What else? Who hating on Capricorn? Man, listen, somebody who you could have argued with a lot in the past. This is somebody that you used to be with. I was getting that heavy from this deck too. It's somebody from the past who you used to be with. You used to, yeah, you could have met him on a dating site with swipe right. It's somebody who you used to argue with and fight with all the time, but now, because you're not with them anymore, this is you in the front, and that the fighting and arguing that you used to do with them, that's in the past. You're not worried about them no more. Again, it's somebody that you met. You could have met them on a dating site. Again, situationship was at the bottom of the deck, so that could have been where you met your little situationship too. But these are people that's hating on you. I mean, who else? Yeah, people that just love bombed you in the past, trying to get intense affection from you, trying to gain control via your emotions, right? Showing you all the attention and love that you deserve until it didn't happen anymore. Yeah, ghosted. This could have been somebody that you ghosted. Somebody that could have also ghosted you, Capricorn. I'm gonna throw that out there. I'm getting that too. You could have been talking to somebody, and then maybe they became uninterested in you and they decided to ghost you. But again, somebody you could have ghosted as well, possibly because you noticed that they were love bombing you at that. These are for my high vibing caps, all right? Yeah, hidden agenda. People that you saw hadn't ended. Yeah, that's what it is. People that you saw had a hidden agenda, and people that you ghosted, and people that you stopped talking to, people that you decided people that you decided you no longer wanted to have any kind of dealings with, whether sexual, situationship at the bottom of the deck, or an actual romantic. You're not thinking about any of that anymore. It's just like, all right, I'm going to go focus on myself and do me, and, it's fine. I'm going to go do what I want to do. And now you're being seen somehow, because they're hating on you for a reason. They're hating on you for a reason. I did say you could be getting married soon, so they could be hating on your relationship. Hustle mode. They could be hating on your hustle. how you move, how you grind, how you make your money, your drive, how determined you are to reach your goals. I mean, that's really a reason why people hate on Capricorns. That's the crazy, like, it's really for real. Yeah, that's why, because we're self-made. Like, we really put in the time, the effort, the work, our own money. If we haven't figured out how to get it, maybe a grant or something where we ain't got to pay it back, but we'll put our own money into our own success to be successful. That's what we'll do. Yeah, you left them. They were toxic because you started talking to them. They started love bombing you. You probably, gave them a time of day or whatever the case was. And they started arguing with you in the past because, when a narcissist or anyone that has narcissistic tendency when they get into a relationship, that's the first thing they do. They love bomb you. That's how they get into the relationship with you to begin with. Then later on, their true colors start to show. And then you're arguing and fighting. And, well, you start to think and be in your head. Yeah, that's just how they try to start to break you down. And that's where breaking cycles came from. You're done. You're not dealing with that anymore. You got the signs and synchronicities and what you needed from your guides at the time, right? To get out of this relationship, and you did. And now that you did, and you're over here minding your business, happily self-made, right? This is giving me, you could have opened your own business, started your own business somehow. Maybe you're doing something new, right? But they don't know, and they're not invited, and they don't get a piece. And you're doing way better than that. Like, let me jump into this deck right here. Let me jump into this deck. Clarifiers on some of these cards. So, who's hating on Capricorn? Running, somebody that you ran from. I said that. Someone you ghosted. Someone you escaped from. Because it could have been a bad relationship. You could have been with him for a while. Who knows? But it wasn't anything good if it went from love bombing to always arguing, right? Always. Yeah, you're in perfect harmony now because you ran from this connection. Running in harmony, yeah, you ran to your peace. The only way you were going to get peace was away from this energy. So whoever this is, like I said, is somebody from the past, someone who, you had a situationship in the past who you broke that off with because you realized, again, with hidden agenda here, they had something else. You realized that honestly, when you have situationships, they are energy vampires because what else are they doing for you, with you, right? Besides that one thing. So that they're just taking your life force, your energy, you're sharing something that you shouldn't even be sharing with them, right? So low key, up to you. Didn't I just say that? Didn't I just say when you're dealing with a narcissist, the first thing that they're going to do is try to love bomb you to get you in the door, to get the relationship, and then they're going to start arguing with you and making you feel crazy and everything of the sort? Yeah, but you put up boundaries with this person. You said enough is enough, and that was that. I just saw lust in there. Yeah. Burn bridges and drowning. Like, this person, whoever this is somebody from the past. Again, these are people from the past. People from the past that you decided that you wanted to end things with for whatever that reason was. You put up your boundaries, which you're allowed to do, 11:11 on the timer. You put up your boundaries. You said you didn't want to deal with them anymore. You probably, some of you, y'all actually had a conversation, right? With it ghosted here in text messages. Y'all had a conversation, and maybe at some point you said what you needed to say, and then that was that. And maybe they responded, you saw it, and you didn't respond because you said what you had to say, and that was that. So you put up your boundaries and you went on. Others of you, it's someone that you were in a relationship with. And later on, the mask started to fall. You were together for a while, but you were guided to leave this person. And you did. You guided to leave this person. You left this person and you went into hustle mode. Let me get, who's hating on Capricorn? Oof. I got spy. I'm not even going to look at the rest of the cards because these are the two that I saw. Spy and move on. They watch you. They're hating because they're seeing all of the good stuff that you're doing. I said you're being seen somehow, some way. Things are being hidden from them. But they just, with the nine of the moon, you're being hidden. But with the 9 of Pentacles, they just know. They know you're an abundant person. How's Capricorn being seen? Oh, yeah, you're being seen as dropping the burdens. You're not arguing with this mofo, and you're not taking whatever they're trying to give you. You drop them. Yeah, they're stuck in a family dynamic with whoever this Empress in the reverse is. It could be their mama. So now I'm getting, lovers in reverse, somebody that you divorced. You're not in a relationship with them anymore. Again, situationship. The sun here. Like I said, they wanted to take your vitality because they're energy vampires, and one of the easiest ways to do that is love bombing to get some sex. But they weren't going to give you any love anyway. There wasn't going to be any justice with this energy, and that's why there was a tower, right? But again, you were guided away. You listened to your intuition. You can't be, listen, Cap, can't be associating with default like that. That's why we say to ourselves, Cap. Everybody always be like, why? For what? Because 9 times out of 10, people be like, oh, y'all meet. No, not for real. Look, I just saw no. Look at that. Sexuality and divorce. This person could be dealing with some sort of sexuality. They could be trying to figure themselves out. But usually when I feel that this person is down low, like I said, because at the beginning of this reading, I said it's not that you like the D and the P, right? The problem is it's that you like the D and the P, but only mentioning that you like the P. You get the P, but get the D on the DL and then put your P in they B and then in her P. That's the problem. So again, struggling with their sexuality, and that's one of the reasons why they got divorced at that too. That's crazy. That's crazy. Should I keep going? I kind of want to. Let's get into the what's the vibe. Let's get in here. Let's get into the what's the vibe deck. I should pull out my messy deck. I always keep getting the crazy messages with that. Who's hating on Capricorn? Someone who thinks you're irreplaceable. And for that reason, because you're good luck. When you were in this person's life, you brought them good luck. Yeah. But because of all the BS that they were doing, right? Dramatic, trying too hard, trying to be smarter than you, trying to play you like you were a fool. And then you cleanse them out your energy, aka divorce, let them go because you saw the red flags. What else? Honeymooning, love on the brain, talking often, feeling all the feels. Yeah, they're gonna try to love bomb you. They're gonna try to love bomb you. And if this is somebody that you had dealings with in the past, like you were in a relationship or married to or whatever the case was, they're gonna try to, make you go down memory lane and you remember when, or they might try to set something up to where y'all go on a date or something. And they try to put it at like the first place y'all met and blah, blah, blah. Love bombing. Do you understand? Yeah. Rebound. They're treating you like a rebound. That's the thing about it. Come on. 1711 on the timer. They're treating you like a rebound. Do better for yourself. You're better than that. You have to use your discernment, Capricorn. And you do the blues. This person got the blues. Yeah. You're probably moving on. I'm telling you. Yeah. Graduation day. You're not with this person anymore. Not with this person anymore. They were a lesson for you because you trusted the signs and you moved on. But you always got the receipts. I wish this person would come back to you and talk about some I don't know what happened. You don't? Let me remind you then. Yeah, see? You got this karmic who's acting like a detective, digging for dirt, trying to figure out what you doing, who's in your circle, right? Who you talking to. And they got shit going for themselves. Come on, make it make sense. Come on. You know exactly what I'm talking about. Look at that, sneaky link. Their sneaky link was a dude at that. I'm telling you, they was down low. And I'm not trying to but come on. You can't be doing that to people. Extra. Again. Trying to play you. I said they were going to try to wind it down you, take you out on a date. I said that. They're going to try to do all the extra stuff to love bomb you. Consistent. They're going to be consistently dating you. Romance and passion. Basically a bunch of sex and possibly just buying you things and taking you out. So they're going to be throwing money at you, right? That's their form of love bombing at that. They're going to be throwing money at you in different ways to try to reel you back in. Red flag popped out. Come on. Red flag. Warning. This is your warning sign. People that are hating on you are trying to come back because they can't stand that you're doing better than them. This is so trash. Yeah, you got a new boo. I said you could be getting married soon. Whoever this new boo is, you could be getting married to them soon. Remember, I did say the other messages I was getting was I'm a blessed motherfucker, right? And that you were going to get a surge of energy, but just remember you got to learn how to control it. Channel it into the right places that are meant for your highest good. Don't just be BSing around, right? Use the energy. Recalling memory. I said they were going to do this. Take you out on a date. Where's the card? They're going to try to take you out on a date to try to get you to reminisce about the past and all the things that y'all used to do and the places y'all went. And they might bring some photos for you to look at. Take them photos and shove them up your ass. Okay, cross watcher. that Capricorn's not going. Y'all goofy. I'm ending the reading. I'm ending the reading. The people that hate on you right now, Capricorn, your biggest hater right now, because they're really making themselves known. I was telling you other situations, but this person from the past, baby, oh baby, they're out. They're out for the fish. They want you doing bad. Okay. They're going to try to get back in the door however which way they can. They're going to try to look you up first, figure out what's going on in your life. And then, hold on, they're going to try to take all that information and come towards you with it. Hey, you want to go out? If you like hiking, hey, you want to go out on a date on a hike? And this person probably ain't never went out on no hike before. But because you hike now, they're going to take you out on a hike. But you're not going to know they was on your page. Well, you do now, but they was on your page lurking, spying, using fake pages to come and see what's going on with you so that they can figure out how to get back in with you. Yeah, Capricorn, no. Block these people off. Spy again. Spy again. Someone at a distance who's listen, Cappy. Cleanse. That's what you can do. I just took me a beautiful spiritual bath last night. Oh my goodness, I feel so good right now. I'm so ready. We're going to end it here. These are the messages that I feel Spirit has for you at this time. Drop down in the comments what you want to see from me. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And until next time, peace out.